Hey guys, so I'm making another video really quick because I tried to make a video last night, and when I watched it, I realized, and I'm trying to prop this up, so bear with me. When I watched the video last night, I ran into so many issues like technical difficulties and internet connection and everything, to the point where I was trying to tell you guys what's going on and what's going on with my life, and I didn't even make any sense. And I was the one making the video because it was like, for some reason, Facebook decided to do like all kinds of like choppy parts of the video and then put them where they wanted. And it made no sense. So I took that one down, and I'm going to replace it with this one because I didn't even know what I was talking about, thanks to how Facebook and the internet went. So here's where Shawn Crum is, and I do apologize because I have to be in the hospital in about an hour, so I'm like getting ready as I talk to you guys. So yeah, come with me this morning. Let's have some fun. So what was I making a video about? I'm currently just updating everyone because I do it in chunks. So if you follow these videos, like I do things, bits and pieces here and there, and as the situation unfolds, with my cancer fight, I do updates to let everybody know what's going on, what I'm going through, how that feels, how I'm doing mentally, all the above. Like I talk about as much as I possibly can. And the purpose of the video last night was to let everyone know that I'm down here in Texas real quick. I'll actually be home shortly. But I came down for the consultation with the radiologist and to do all the mapping and everything and get ready to pull the trigger on radiation just right here. I don't know how long. I don't have any of those answers. That's what I'm here for right now. And that's what I'm about to do soon. But like here's something neat that I didn't anticipate. And this is like take 16 now because of all the problems yesterday. So you're getting a real condensed version, which is really good. So here's what I didn't know, and I'm gonna say this quick because, like I said, I'm getting ready. I didn't have a plan to live. Now I know I just delivered that very blunt, but hear me out. I literally had a plan for every other possible scenario, every outcome of my situation, except for surviving. Just wasn't in the cards. So unfortunately, but fortunately, now that I'm sitting here, I learned some things and I became aware of some things, not only about myself, but I became aware of issues that are arising that I didn't even know were possible. And I'm going to explain myself. So when I say I didn't have a plan, I really didn't. Like I knew that, oh Jesus, my alarm, I'm supposed to be in the hospital. I knew that I probably wasn't going to live. I didn't accept that, but it was blatantly obvious. And that left some scars, that left some things that aren't right inside of me. It probably left some scars with my family and my friends, that wasn't a good situation. And I know that. But what I didn't know is like how it was going to affect my life moving forward. I didn't know that it was going to be so hard trying to explain things to my kids. I didn't know that it was going to be so hard being a dad and having my situation. It's definitely adds its own challenges. And for many of those reasons, the insecure part of me thinks that I'm failing. Now my wife and my family might say otherwise, but me as Shawn, I don't I don't think that I'm doing a very good job at that. So, like, and it's not that I'm like bad or, you know, everybody at face value would be like, oh, he's a great dad. It's just, it's not where I want to be, you know? And all of you folks out there that are, of course, older than I am, you're probably laughing and smiling right now because you're like, well, that's life, you know? You never are where you think you should be. That's true. That is true. But when you've remade yourself as many times as I've had to, why can't I? Why can't I be where I want to be, right? Like, that's a legitimate question. Why can't I? And but you know, that makes like a whole inner struggle, you know, with yourself, and we don't really need to get into that, but that's kind of like things that I didn't notice about it. Now, I mean, life is not simple by any means, and Lord knows mine is, but you know, we make the best of what we can. But the thing that I'm struggling with, and why I'm trying to tell all you folks, is moving forward. I don't know what to do, and I am 100% honest with these videos. I'm scared shitless. I really am. None of this makes any sense to me. None of it. I have no idea why I'm still here. And in the shape and capacity that I'm in, it makes no sense. And there is all these smart people around me on a regular basis that do this for a living, and they're good at it. And they can't even give you those answers. So do you know how discouraging that is? Like, all you want, all you long for is for somebody to tell you it's going to be okay. Doesn't even matter what it is or what it's about. You just long for someone that you know in your head is legitimate, has been there and done that, made it out okay, and they're giving you a wonderful piece of advice, telling you just calm down, everything's going to work out, it's going to be okay. I long for that. God, I ran out of that a long time ago. That's a lonely feeling. It really is. And I was not prepared. I didn't have a plan for that. So what I'm about to do now is I'm about to go into this hospital, talk to the radiation folks, and get what they call mapping done. And that's, you know, when they make body molds or things of that nature, and put you in the machine, let the computer map out your physiology and all this stuff, and basically familiarize itself with you, so that when it, you know, does radiation, it doesn't hit the wrong thing, which is pretty much what you want. So that takes some time, and that's what I'm down here to do. And then I'm gonna go back home real quick, and then eventually, after they get this all squared away and figured out, they'll hopefully call me and tell me, you know, what I'm doing and how long this is going to be. But this is step one of moving in that direction. And that's where we're heading. As for the other stuff, I mean, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. Like I said, didn't have a plan, so, I mean, it's all new and exciting, I guess. I mean, some people could say it's exciting, and yeah, I'd buy that. It's also extremely challenging, you know. I don't know what the future is for me. And to be honest, doing super freak things like I do makes it even harder to try to predict that, because like right now I'm getting ready to start working out and rebuilding this body to come back to some sort of capacity. And what does that mean for someone like me? I'm gonna see if I can get back in fighting shape, and if I can't do that, and if I can do what I know I can do, if I can prove it now, then there's no reason that I should stop myself from, I hate to say this because it's such a dagger, but basically going back to serving. Now, some of you are saying, oh, that's the dumbest thing. That's what put you here. You're such an idiot. And yes, you would be right. But I caution you into making an assumption like that about me, because if you know me, then you understand, what I'm doing and why I'm doing that, and why I want to return back to, my job or my normal life so bad. It's just because that's what I want to do, and to me that seems like the right thing. Like I literally could just live out the rest of my days, be retired. I could do that. I'm doing it now, but I could do that in the future, but I'm not that way. I have to do something or else I'm going to go insane, because my brain is very much normal. So, well, somewhat normal, but yeah. So it's ready to go. It's just a matter of time until this body catches up to it. At that point, I need to have a plan, or else it's not going to be good. So I'm trying to work this out. So these are some of the issues, guys and gals, that come across from a cancer fight in my situation, like retapping back into your life, normal life, is so challenging sometimes. It's not so black and white. I unplug from my life, from my family to fight this disease. And in order to do that, you have to become a bigger monster than what you're fighting to win. That's common sense math. I think everybody can understand that. So in order for me to do that and do this disease and be successful and do it right, it's a mindset. And in order to be in that mindset, I can't be around people like on a personal basis, because it's just, you got to put yourself in a very unique place in order to be successful. And that's hard to do. It's hard to turn that switch on and off on demand and still, maintain integrity and be successful. It's extremely challenging, and I struggle with that. But my biggest fear at this point moving forward is kind of like the same thing like the Hulk. If you ever watched the Hulk, this is the best example, because I don't really know the fancy words, but I can give you a good example of the situation. But if you ever watched the Hulk, I think it was in the Avengers, when Steve Banner, and the Hulk, have that conflict, of self inside, and Steve Banner was afraid that if the Hulk took over, then he'd never come back, and that's the truth. It's a dumb reference, but it is true. And it's, how does that apply to me? Is I'm afraid that if I maintain that mindset, if I stay in the fight, that I'll never climb out of that. That's just going to be who I'm going to become moving forward, because it's too easy to do that. And that is a big fear that I have, because I don't like that person. I don't like what I have to do to stay alive. So I don't want to let that out of the box. I want to keep that buried as much as possible, and unfortunately, it's not a reality. So yeah, that makes me a little nervous. I don't want to get stuck in that mindset, because it's not good. It's not good. It's not healthy. It really isn't. Believe it or not, it's not healthy. You have to be unhealthy to get healthy. Write that down. Yeah. But anyhow, I'm going to go into the hospital. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to get as many answers. As you can imagine, I just have questions for days. But a lot of those I could already answer for myself, because I've done radiation before in the past. It's just, each facility does it a little different. They all have their own standards and things of that nature, and local ways of doing things. So, I'm going to learn that real quick. And then the rest of it, the hard questions, like how long, how many, what's it going to be like, I'll save time for that. But hopefully by this time tonight, I'll have all that information, and I'll, be able to digest it and then tell you folks what's going to come. So yeah, so back into cancer mode quickly. I'm feeling great. I feel great. I'm doing so well. I get strength. My body's doing weird stuff, but it's healing. It's so much stronger. It's actually alarming to me, because it's just like, whoa, what the hell's going on? So yeah, I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna start, rehabilitating my body and seeing, we're gonna see how that goes. It's gonna be very painful. It's gonna hurt so bad, but I'm gonna do it. And the first thing, the smart thing to do first, is speak to my physicians and my team and let them know what my intentions are and what I'm about to do. Because I want to make sure that everything's okay. Like my heart is okay, that I can push it. Like my lungs, even though we've had a lot of problems with those, but I can push them. Like I want to make sure that I'm okay to start pushing the limits again, to make myself better, stronger, faster, etc. And then at that point, I'm going to know what damage is done and what I'm working with, and I'm going to make a conscious decision to keep pushing forward or just accept things the way they are and make the best out of it. If I keep pushing forward, then my goal will be to return to service, because I can. Now, you say it's dumb because that put me here. Yeah, it's dumb, but I think I can, things have changed. Became a little safer, became more aware. I think that, I still have a lot to offer in some capacity, but I just don't know that yet. And that's down the road. But that's a goal. That's a goal that Shawn Crum is setting. The second goal that I'm setting is to be a better dad. Yeah. I think we all try to set that goal. So that's one we all have in common. And the third goal that I'm setting for myself is to try to get myself mentally corrected. And when I say that, I'm not saying like, oh, I need to go to therapy or this. I don't know. I might. I have. And I might have to again. I don't know. But I want to get myself the right set of tools to be able to attack my situation head on and be aggressive about it, and win. So that's kind of where I'm sitting. Those are realistic goals that I set for myself, and I think that everyone, watching these videos should have goals. If you don't have a set of goals that you are actively working to, then you're not bettering your fighting position at all. You're not. So all of you folks out there, you need to have some goals. I mean, even if you're happy with where your life is, say you're like, oh man, I got a great job, my career is doing great, my wife, kids, family, or husband, or whatever, I got a good personal life, I got a good professional life, I'm doing great. That's awesome. But you should still continue to try to better your situation, better your fight position. Yeah. Always. Why wouldn't you? So that's kind of what I'm working on. I'm working on, constantly making things better for myself and my family and my friends and for human beings, like for people. So yeah, set goals like that, guys, because I am, and I'm charging hard on those. I'm very nervous. This is me nervous, by the way. I don't know what to expect. So like when you go to do like stuff like this and you're going in there to get these answers and find out what's going to happen to you, oh, it's nerve-wracking as hell. You have no idea. It's just, you have no idea what to expect. You have no idea what's coming down your way. It's just so many unknowns, but you're going that way anyways, So that adds a dynamic to things. But yeah, I'm about to find out what's going on. And it's nothing that I'm not accustomed to. You know, I've done things like this before, scarier things, in fact, than this before. But it doesn't make it any easier. It really doesn't. I'm still nervous. I'm still kind of scared. I'm like that every time. So, you know, if you are, you know, doing a stent with cancer or a battle or an internal battle, man, prepare to be scared. But it's okay. It's normal. So keep that in the back of your mind. I'm going to go, or else I'm going to be horribly late. And I still have to get Shawn coffee yet because I didn't get any sleep last night. None. But I'll be talking to you guys soon. I hope all of you have a great day. Let's just start the day off awesome. And let's get her done. Let's get her done. I will talk to you guys later on this evening in a video, and I hope that I have the answers that I'm looking for, so I can tell all you folks and we know what's going on. But all right, have a great day. I'll see you guys here at the end of the day. Hopefully I'm still standing on both feet. We'll see. And honestly, just thanks. Thank you. Thank all of you guys for supporting me. Yeah. That means a lot. Support for me means it's a lot. But one thing is, if you never failed. All of you never failed to pick me up. Never. I'm surrounded by great people. I really am. Thank you guys. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for listening to my goofy ass. I hope I make you laugh sometimes. And I hope I make you think. But just thanks. I mean, thanks. This is therapy for me. It also helps me work things out in my head, just talking. And I hope that everybody learns something from it. I do. I learn a lot. I learn a lot from talking. So, yeah. God, I'm nervous. Okay, we're going to do this, guys. We're going to do this, and we're going to be positive. I'm going to be a little effing ray of sunshine with no sleep and in a completely different part of the country. I'm going to be a ray of sunshine today. I'm going to be so over-motivated that people are going to think that I am a morning person and a nice person. Yeah, because I'm just going to be over-motivated. I'm going to be like, hey, let's do this. Yes. I'm probably going to make someone hate me today just from my positive attitude and my over-exaggerated motivation. Who's it going to be? I think the lady at the front desk. I'm going to get her first because I got to check out. Let's go make someone happy. All right, guys, have a good day. We'll see you in a little bit.